Jason again with JJ Drones, and today we have Ryan with us again. Say hi, Ryan.
Good morning.
And it's a cloudy day, it's a gloomy day, it's been raining all night, and it's not a good day for flying the drone. But doesn't mean that we can't do a video because we're still in the training process. So buckle in, we're gonna take you along for the ride on a day in the life of a trainee learning how to drive trucks. So let's get into the video.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
So we're getting ready to leave the truck stop here in Moriarty, New Mexico. We just gotta wait for traffic to leave in front of us because nobody is a patient. But we did talk about on my live stream yesterday the importance of good training. And I'm not gonna say that I'm the best trainer on the planet, but the one thing that you can do as a trainer is you need to be in the passenger seat and you need to be watching everything that your trainee is doing.
And licensed.
And it helps to be licensed.
With actual real world experience more than
your
6 months.
Your blinker fluid's low, isn't it?
No.
Okay. So now we are going to proceed out of the driveway. And we're going to head on down to I-40. So right now, I've got a camera facing forward, and I have a new vantage point that we've never used before. And that is going to be facing rearward towards the back of the trailer, so you can kind of see what it looks like when he's looking backwards at his trailer and watching it to make sure that he's not going to hit anything. Now we're going to be going through Albuquerque, New Mexico. Obviously people know Albuquerque is a city in New Mexico, and we're going to be doing some city driving plus a bunch of this, you know, back roads driving, I guess you could call it, because we're not really in a city. And as you can see from the video footage come from the GoPros, there isn't really much around us. There is still a lot of traffic though, because this is a very busy highway. So Ryan's going to be checking his mirrors, and he's also going to be watching in front of him, because you never know what's going to happen in front of you, and you never know what's coming up behind you. You got a lot of trucks on the shoulders up here.
An Napa racing truck has, looks like he's taking his brake on the shoulder. And
yeah, you can stay right here because he still has that wide lane yet.
Turn lane. Looks like Puma has no caution cones out behind their truck, or reflectors, which means they're probably taking their brake.
So yesterday was second day since we got back out on the road, right?
Yes, sir.
And so you did happen to did you happen to learn anything new since we left the yard, or is it pretty much all just renewing everything that you learned the last time?
So I've had a lot of amazing people in my life, including my trainer, thus far, explain to me that just tell me no matter what, you're never going to not learn something. So I've learned a lot of different things coming up here. It was nice driving through the hills so far with the rain.
If you're going to be driving in the wintertime and you run into a situation where it's raining or misting or anything of that nature, you're going to want to watch for the spray coming off the tires of the vehicle in front of you. Because what does it mean if the vehicle in front of you has spray coming off the tires? Does that mean that it's iced up or it's still just wet?
Well, there could be ice. There could be just throwing slush onto your windshield.
Well, it could be. It could be. You could run into a black ice situation where you do still have a little bit of spray coming off the tires. So you're going to want to be cautious no matter what. But I've been in a situation here in New Mexico where, or actually I was driving through Arizona. This was years ago, and it had rained all night and then it froze. So all the way across the state of Arizona, now this is northern Arizona, we were driving like 10 to 15 miles an hour because the road was just ice. And so there was no spray coming off anything. So it's important for you and any truck driver out there, and not even truck drivers, just in your own personal vehicles, if you're in an area where it does get cold and you know, you do have a little bit of freezing rain or mist or something like that, or the road looks wet, watch for the spray coming off the tires of the vehicle in front of you. And always keep your following distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, because you don't want to be stuck in a situation where if you can't, you don't want to be put in a situation where you have to slam on the brakes in those kind of conditions. That's my PSA for the month. Now I just noticed that you turned your flashers on. Why did you do that?
I started dropping a fast rate of speed while climbing a hill with a lot of cars that don't drop speed, like semis do when they're loaded as much as we are this week. I did not want anyone slamming into the back of me, so I put my hazard lights on.
And as downshifting is improving, the further and further on that we go on through the training.
As long as I can, all I want to do is make sure I don't grind Delilah's gears and learn how she operates and listen to her.
That's right. He is named my truck Delilah. So Delilah is a good truck. He wasn't a fan of Volvos before.
Delilah is the only good Volvo. I still wear this badge with pride.
He is definitely a Kenworth fan. So now we are proceeding down a hill. And what is the grade of this hill that we're going to be coming down?
It tells me right here.
It does tell you right there.
4%.
Yes. Now it's 4% grade and it's a 65 mile an hour grade, so you're going to watch your speed. You're going to have it into appropriate gear. And I will let you guys watch as we go down this hill down into Albuquerque. Enjoy the views.
Everything feels so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there's a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that
Okay, everybody, we've made it down the hill. And we're just coming into Albuquerque, and as you can see, there's another truck on the shoulder taking his half-hour break. We're gonna move over. Actually not, because his hood's open, so. What's one way that he could have told everybody that he was actually broke down on the side of the road?
By having 3 reflective triangles out there.
Okay, and how much time do you have from the time that you pull off until the time that you're supposed to have those triangles out?
I would assume immediately.
You have 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You have 10 minutes from the time that you pull off to the shoulder, turn your flashers on, to go out there and put your triangles out. Now, it looks like he's been sitting there for a while.
He was out by his hood.
Yep.
Because I was checking my mirrors. That's how I saw.
So I'm not sure how long that he's been there, but I can pretty much assume that he hasn't been there for less than 10 minutes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. One of my favorite places to drive is just coming into Albuquerque, New Mexico at night, because you can just see the entire city all lit up. Unfortunately, GoPros don't have great night vision. Now these cars, when they come onto the highway, they don't think about what you're doing. They just think about where they're trying to get to. Now the truck in front of us, I see his brake lights coming on and off. Do you think that's because he's actually hitting the brakes, or do you think that's because the Jake brakes are turning on his taillights?
I would assume that he has a newer truck that gets to use brake lights while they're Jake braking. It's cool.
It is really cool.
And it's safe.
It's helpful for vehicles around you. All the newer semis that are out there, when the Jake brakes are engaged, it will also engage the brake lights. So they're not necessarily stepping on the brake, but they are slowing down.
Now, I don't like being a center lane Larry, because allegedly some companies, as such that are in question now, allegedly, like to teach their drivers that they need to be a rock in the stream and ride in the middle. Well, to me, that is completely unsafe, because if you have cars on both sides of you, and yes, being a good driver, you're supposed to have a great following distance, but in case your brakes were to fail, something were to, a godly act were to happen, and people were to come to a stop right away, you are now blocked in on your right and left. Where are you going to go? Where's your out? Where's your safety? I'm starting to get carried away. I apologize.
You're fine.
But I did see red and blue flashing lights up here, and coming from pretty good distance away, which I was paying attention as far as you should be, which is at least 1 mile, if not farther, as far as you can see. I assumed that they would be on the right side, and I wanted to make sure that I was moving over and slowing down, since it is a state law, and coming in and out of states, they usually have that sign posted. And now that I have been driving for a while, along car and truck, I'm gonna be quiet now. You
Well,
can edit that out.
No,
That-
I think that's important I think that's an important thing to highlight, is that if you do see flashing lights, whether it be red, blue, yellow, purple, whatever color they are, because they're different in every state, it's important to move over or slow down. And the reason that you want to do that is you don't want to put those people into harm's way, because they're doing important work.
I would say that's just about for anybody that looks like they're broken down on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And as painful as it is for me to say it, I've been broke down on the side of the road, and semis haven't even moved over. And I'm walking down the side of my car.
Yep.
To me, it's Everyone is so wrapped up in their own lives, they've lost the value of life.
It's sad but true statement.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So we're going to be jumping onto I-25 South. So we're going to start preparing to do that.
In 1.5 miles, take exit 159 BC on the right to I-25 South.
People are actually being nice today and letting us over. And the one thing that I do need to look at, make sure we're still recording if we aren't. We're in the appropriate lane for going south on I-25. Ryan has done that. Ryan has done that expertly while I adjust the camera.
Be in the second lane from the right, then take the exit to I-25 South.
Okay, now when we take exits, there's a sign that tells us how fast we should be going. What's that sign say, Ryan?
40 miles an hour, sir.
Okay, so if it's set for 40 miles an hour, the rule of thumb is that we do 5 miles per hour under what that speed limit says, correct?
Yes, sir.
Be in either of the 2 left lanes.
Now there'll be people that will go through and they will do this and they will try and slam on the brakes when they get to the curve, but by that time it's too late. So the best thing to do is to be prepared before you even get into the curve, like Ryan did there. Then you're not slamming on the brakes, and that will keep your brakes in good shape a lot longer. Check out this chrome polish job though. It is shiny. So we stopped at a rest area. Let's show you the camera setup we got going on here. This is the camera that is pointing towards the back. We have the usual camera up here on the mirror. That's right there. But this is the new one. And we've got the suction cup mount on there. And then we've got it tied off to the mirror. So if for some reason that suction cup mount comes loose, we have a backup plan. And this is the rest area. The Rio Salado Sand Dunes, elevation 4,850 feet. So we're gonna hopefully not get rained on. I'll have to walk up here. I'd want to fly the drone today, but with the way that it's cloudy and the fact that I'm getting raindrops every 2 seconds, probably not a good idea. But I've got these covered areas for you to sit, and you can have a picnic or whatever. And you can see the truck over there with Ryan standing next to it. He's on the phone. So we're not going to interrupt him for that. Just check out that area out there. And that's just screaming to fly a drone. Maybe another time. Not today. It's a really nice rest area. Now we're gonna go back down to the truck. I changed out the GoPro batteries, and we're gonna continue on our drive down to Tucson. Stay with us.